She is known for bringing joy to kitchens everywhere with her delicious recipes and warm, creative approach. From her popular baking blog to best-selling cookbooks, Joy Wilson, better known as Joy the Baker, has inspired countless home bakers and has shared her talents right here in our Houston Life kitchen. Originally from California, Joy's love of baking was sparked at a young age while helping her parents in the kitchen. That ignited a lifelong passion. In 2008, she launched her blog and quickly became a social media sensation, steadily growing her online community with her approachable and fun recipes. Today, Joy the Baker is whipping up something a bit different, her very first children's book, which she co-wrote with her father. We're catching up with Joy about her new projects and how she hopes to inspire a new generation of little bakers.
Oh my goodness, Joy the Baker is joining us now in studio. Congrats on this book.
Oh, thank you so much.
What a fun little look back at your life, your career, your journey, growing up with your parents in the kitchen. Is it true, one of your parents worked at a post office, is that right?
Yeah, both of my parents
both of them
worked at the post office.
And so being in the kitchen was just a hobby for them?
Yeah, it was a hobby for my dad. It was a little side hustle for my mom. My dad's an amazing pie baker, and my mom was a cake decorator, and she would decorate cakes for people at the post office.
Oh my goodness.
And then that trickled down to you,
Yes.
and you have made this amazing career out of joy and spreading joy. We're looking at some family pics right now.
Goodness.
These are awesome. So who is this?
Wow.
This is young Joy.
Yeah. And my sisters and my parents, and that's a cake that my mom made me that is actually in the children's book.
Oh,
that
Clever
cake.
idea
Yeah.
with the handprint.
It was my 5th birthday, and my mom traced my hand and made a cake and called it my one-hand birthday cake. And that's like a theme in our children's book.
Oh my gosh, that is so cute. We're gonna get to the children's book, and I
Okay.
know Derek kind of knows your background, but for people that don't, you just said, okay, I'm gonna start this blog. It's gonna be like my little side thing because you do have this passion for baking and cooking. And then fast forward, I mean, what transpired in between then and now?
Oh my gosh, just about everything. So I started my blog in 2008. I started writing cookbooks in the years that followed.
Okay.
And in 2017, I was living in New Orleans, Louisiana, and I had this idea of bringing my online community directly to my home because I think that like in-person stuff is where the real magic happens. So I started opening up my home to baking classes, and I called it the Bakehouse. That's the Bakehouse.
That's the Bakehouse.
And
It's so gorgeous.
yeah, every other weekend I would gather people around the Big Marble Island and teach baking classes. We would do cake decorating and pie baking and just have all kinds of events.
Wow.
And now that I'm in Texas, I can't wait to bring that to Texas and have the Bakehouse Texas.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that was in NOLA, great city,
Yeah.
so much character, but now look at this. This is in Belleville?
Yes, this is in Belleville, just up the way, and it's a home built in 1888. It's an old
wow.
Victorian home. I'm only the 4th owner, and I'm slowly transitioning a couple of rooms in the house to be the Bakehouse studio rooms. So I'll be able to hold classes. They're gonna start this holiday season, but really will be in full effect in the spring.
This is amazing.
And
This is incredible.
Oh,
It's
gorgeous.
amazing. There's also a guest house where I'll be able to welcome people for overnight stays, get a little time outside of the city, come to a baking class, and it's really wonderful.
Okay, that alone should be its own television show.
Yes.
I'm just putting that out there,
Yeah.
and hopefully maybe that'll happen one day if
It
you're
really
open
should
to
be.
that idea.
It really should be.
There's something so magical about you, Joy, because obviously people connect over the table. They connect through food. You have more than 500,000 followers on Instagram alone,
Yeah.
and you're able to connect with this beautiful online community. Do you think it's because baking taps into the nostalgia for all of us, remembering what it was like
Yeah.
to bake with our grandparents or be with our parents in the kitchen? Is that why you think you've been so successful?
I think so. I also think it's really important to build a community, and that's been part of my success. But that community is built around baking and the coziness of it, the nostalgia of it, the desire to create memories for your family at the same time, you know?
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
I always ask people, because I know why I live here and love it here, but why Houston? I mean, you could have very easily stayed in New Orleans. You have California roots. You've had
Yeah.
extreme success. So why Texas? Why this area specifically?
Well, the short answer is that I fell in love with the Aggie.
There you go. Okay, say no more.
And Aggies are the best people, so it made sense that I came to Houston. But I love Texas. It feels like, I don't know, do you ever feel like you're meant for a place? I think
Absolutely.
Yeah.
that I was meant to be a Texan. I grew up a Californian, but I was meant to be a Texan.
Is it true you also ride a motorcycle?
Oh yeah, I ride a Harley.
Oh my God. Okay, well, no wonder you like it here. Open roads.
Wow.
Open roads in the Harley. Enjoy.
Exactly.
Wait, I'm pretty sure you passed me on the way to the station this morning.
That was me.
I
That was
didn't
me.
even realize. How do you travel with baked goods on the motorcycle?
Well,
Great question.
there is a bar on the back that I've bungee corded several baked goods to.
Oh my gosh, there's joy in her cupcakes. By the way, was that tall hunk of man right there the Aggie?
That's the Aggie.
Wow.
Can you imagine
That's
you
a good
order
reason to be in Texas.
some baked goods and you just hear like, vroom, 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 and they're like, Baker's here.
What's up, Joy?
Oh, good.
Yeah.
My
Okay.
goodness. Okay, we still have a lot of ground to cover, including what's on that plate. Tessa, did you see that?
Okay, I'm smelling this and I'm getting delicious notes of autumn and fall. So when we come back, we're going to dive into Joy's brand new children's book, which she wrote with her father.
And we're going to learn more about these cookies, which Joy brought for Tessa and me and said, don't worry, it's just a test cookie. It's not perfect. I'm working on it.
Yeah.
No, it's perfect, Joy. We're going to have a bite during the break. We'll see you on the other side. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back to Houston Life. If you're just joining us, Tessa is in a food coma because of Joy Wilson, also known as Joy the Baker. Okay, can we chat about
So
the
good.
cookies super fast?
Really, it's a recipe test. I'm working on a recipe for a pumpkin chocolate chip cookie because my dad's chocolate chip cookies are super popular on my website and they are the best. And so I'm like, can I add pumpkin to them?
Yes.
Let's find out. It's a work in progress, but a cookie's a cookie, you know?
Where do people get this recipe? By the way, there's your sweet dad.
Yeah, there's my dad. He's the best biscuit baker. That's Thanksgiving. His first Thanksgiving in Texas, making biscuits.
Wow.
Yes.
But okay, this cookie is perfect. This cookie is this is a test. This is an A+, right?
Well, thanks. It's not an A+ for me quite yet.
Oh my gosh, it's
She's
so
a perfectionist.
So it'll get there. I think I need to let the butter. There's some details I need to add to the recipe to get it exactly right. So when everybody bakes it, they're perfect.
If you follow Joy
Right.
on Instagram, you will see that, I mean, your recipes are fun. They are accessible. They're not intimidating at all. Your children's book, I mean, really your goal is to inspire a new generation of young bakers, not just to bake and learn a skill, but really to make those memories in the kitchen.
Yeah, the book is. I wrote the book with my dad, who is an incredible writer, and what inspired it is that I learned so many important life lessons in the kitchen with my parents, and I just wanted to bring those lessons and those memories to other people's kitchens to inspire like the next generation. You know?
Like, without giving away the whole book, what is a memory or something important you learned while
Well,
just baking with Dad?
Yeah, well, I learned that like mistakes happen all the time, but you have to bake your way through it. Like you never throw away a raw dough. Always, if you think it's messed up, always just put it in the oven and see what happens, because there's a lesson to be learned about what you can do next time.
I see.
Like just try. You have to see it all the way through. Which
Right.
is like definitely a life lesson too.
Oh my
you know?
God.
Right, like you maybe don't get it perfect, you don't get it right, and there may be some quote unquote failures, but
Yeah.
eventually you
You'll
get
get
like a
it.
cookie like this.
Yes.
And you're like, wow, I'm a genius. Wow, I'm really good at baking.
I say that every day. Wow, I'm a genius.
Wow, I'm so good. For you, I know that it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Obviously, the cookbooks, we're talking about all of the highlights. This was not an easy road, right? And also the home renovation, all of these cookbooks,
Yeah.
the social media following, the fact that you're engaging with your fans online. This is kind of like a nonstop 24/7 dealio for you.
Yeah.
But you're so passionate about it. Does it feel like work to you?
Well, some things feel like work, right? Even when you love what you do, there are details of it that will feel like work. Like for me, I say that I do dishes professionally because that's what it feels like. Like, sure, I'm a recipe tester, but like the dishes The dishes are
They
what I'm always
pile and
doing.
pile up
Yes, so
because-
that feels like work, sure. And like sometimes typing recipes is, yes, it feels like work, but I love it so much. Like I wouldn't change it.
You're so
How
good
do
at
you
it, too.
how do you stand out in this space that is so cluttered? I mean, food talk is a thing. People are constantly scrolling
Yeah.
on Instagram Reels for food. So how do you stand out, or is it even your goal to stand out? I mean, how do you stick out in this space?
I don't really worry about sticking out. I think the people that want to be part of the community will be part of the community. And my goal is to offer people recipes that they can feel confident in the kitchen, that can make them, if they aren't a baker, feel like a baker. And that's the core of everything. Like if the recipes suck, if the food sucks, there's nothing.
Right.
So my focus is on the food always.
It's such a good point too. There's so much smoke and mirrors on social media. People like trying so hard, and I think that your passion is just infectious. You do you, and people are naturally going to follow you. I think that's a beautiful life lesson as well. In addition to the book, do people buy that where, by the way?
Oh, it's on Amazon. There's signed and personalized copies available at Blue Willow Bookstore. Here
Oh,
in
yes.
Houston.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Blue Willow.
Yeah, so that's great.
Okay, so we're going to pick up the books. For you, what is the next chapter in your, obviously the house is going to take a lot of time,
Yeah.
but is that sort of expanding your in-person community, the
Yes.
goal on the near horizon?
Yes, that's it. I am becoming part of the community in Belleville. That's really important to me. You'll have to come visit.
We will.
Fine. We'll
will.
go to the beautiful house and eat the delicious
Come
cookies.
over. And the house is like a lifetime of work. And that's really exciting to me. So putting together the bakehouse, having events and overnight guests, that's the next iteration of Joy the Baker and the Bakehouse.
That's so cool.
And maybe your own TV show.
And just come over with cameras. We'll make a TV show.
There
Okay.
you go.
Great.
It's
Deal.
perfect.
Yeah.
Deal.
Joy, thanks for making time for us.
Oh,
Seriously.
I just love coming here. Thanks.
We
for
love having you.
me.
And I'm glad you and Tessa are meeting for the very first time
Yeah.
today.
Thank you for making me the cookies. Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much.
Well, it's about time. I think this is maybe half
These
a
are
dozen times you've been here on
wonderful.
Houston Life. Delicious cookies. You inspire us all. Joy the Baker.
Awesome.
Great to
So
see you.
great. Thank you.
Be careful on that Harley. Until you're hunky Will, we say hello.
Okay.
In the meantime, the life-changing magic of baking is available online, and also the signed copies are available at the local bookstore, Blue Willow Bookshop.
Okay, well, you know what? You need to probably jump on a motorcycle right now. Don't you have a big
That
shoot?
is true. I do have to go off on assignment. You were off on assignment yesterday.
I'll stay
so
with Joy.
I got to skedaddle.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll hang out with Joy.